Oz here for Fisher Aquatics, right? Just wanted to do a little recap video. Last video I done was for my good buddy Brian about the Aponogetons, and I just wanted to kind of quickly go over a couple of things that I left out in that video. Was really full of holes. I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I made it, but I guess I was thinking I was gonna try and go back and edit it, and I forgot about that, but that's my bad. So I just wanted to go over a couple little things before I go ahead and make some new videos for today. Today's water change day. I haven't done a water change on any of my tanks in quite a while, and a lot of my plants have yellowed. A lot of the chain sword looks like shit, so I'm gonna take care of that. Now I'm gonna try and show it on my makeshift tripod here, which is just my can of food. Right back there, it does show up. Right back there in the center, that red that you see, yoink, right there, that's Ludwigia. It's supposed to be Ludwigia magenta. It's what Dr. Tim sold me a long time ago. Or excuse me, let me clarify that. Traded with me. I traded a bunch of what was it? Crap. Forget what it's called now. Water Sprite. Probably about a pound worth of Water Sprite I sent him, and a couple of little plants. I don't think I had quite enough chain sword at the time that I was willing to let any of it go. As you can see here, it's an insane abundance now. It stretches to all corners of my tank, including this side. Of course, you can see it up in the front. What you can't see is it went all the way to the back, right here in front of the driftwood, and it goes all the way to the far right, and all the way in the back, all the way to the far left and the back. It's ridiculous. So Pygmy Chainsword, and yes, Pygmy Chainsword is still available. I'll sell it at $1.50 a stem. If you would like a mother plant with runners, I'll do for $10. I'll do 3 mother plants with a minimum of 5 runners on each. So it's like 15 plants for $10. You can't beat that anywhere. You go to a pet shop, it's like $6 for a potted Pygmy Chainsword, and for the most part they're about 3 or 4 inches tall, maybe 5 or 6 inches tall, because they were grown immersed, which means out of the water, or slightly in, slightly out of the water, like they do with Anubias. It takes quite a while for the plant itself to really take hold of growing underwater, but when it does, as you can see, it does take off. But as I'm getting away from the subject here, let's see if I can get a picture of dude here. It's looking all colorful. But to go back over the Aponogetons, what I was trying to say was that when my Aponogetons began to flower in this tank, I took them all out. When they began to flower, they flowered for about 8 weeks straight. All of them began to do it. I ended up with, I believe it was 22 flowers. The biggest one was about 4 inches long, and that is just the flower part where it's white and fluffy and looks like SBS coral, like hard coral kinda. It's kind of freaky looking for a aquatic flower. But it flowered for about 8 weeks. I think it was either 21 or 22 flowers off of it. Then I cut all the flowers down to about an inch or two from the top of the substrate, in which about a week later all of the Aponogeton started growing bulbs like crazy. Everywhere I cut the flowers, it shot up stalks with baby bulbs growing off of it. Now, I'm not saying just one bulb per stalk, which did happen, but also I got multiple bulbs per plant, which I didn't even know was possible. But it happened. I ended up with, I believe it was 5 what I would call mother plants, 5 bulbs that I started with that were growing. I sold off a couple to another local friend. He doesn't have a YouTube or Aquatic Universe page or anything like that. Just local friend. And the rest of them I still have in a 10-gallon. Although I know they're not really growing all that well, and they, looks kind of like crap. But again, been real slow on my water changes. Haven't really had a whole lot of time to put it in my tanks, as you can tell. Especially with the 20 right now, the water's all tinged, or I haven't been doing my water changes. But any info that anybody wants to know, I'll make another specific video and go over all the do's and don'ts, if you like, with the Aponogetons. They're pretty easy, pretty hardy to grow. Buy the bulbs at Walmart, literally throw them in your tank, let them float around. Within about, especially if you have a good plant tank, it should only take a couple of days for them to start shooting roots out. The plant will feed off your water column. So as long as you have a good healthy water column or water table in your aquarium, it'll grow like mad anyway. I had 16-inch leaves in 8 days from the time I purchased the bulbs. So I guess it just kind of matters what's in your water column a little bit more with something like that. However, it only took a total period of about 3 months for the plants to begin flowering, as well as to produce the bulbs. I'd say maybe right at the 5-month mark I started producing bulbs, and now I have, I don't know, 15 Aponogetons all from bulbs and the original mother plants. But pull this back here. I got both bulbs on right now. I've been running just one bulb for about the last 2 weeks, and you see the water level's pretty low. I usually keep it almost completely full all the time. There are a lot of plants in here, so there's plenty of oxygen for the fish, but plus I running an air stone in the back, of course. Dirt tank, air stone, gotta have. I love my rams. Here's my Bolivian female. Where's the other one at? I don't know. Oh, back there somewhere. My Java Ma's starting to grow out. Nubius Nana, it's boss. Anyway, I hope this helps out, Brian. If you see this, I'll try and send you a little message. Check this video out. Let me know what y'all think. And to those of you that are seeing this that are Aquatic Universe members, this is some of the Kabamba, purple Kabamba, that I began changing colors on it. With my write-up I did on Aquatic Universe. If anybody sees this and is curious about Aquatic Universe, it's aquaticuniverse.com. It's free to join, free to become a member. You can post videos, you can post pictures, blogs. We got a forum. We have a live video chat as well as a live chat that's on the website. There's always somebody on, always somebody willing to help. 2 people that come to mind over everybody else is Joel Christensen. I think I'm saying your name right. Just call him Joel. J-O-E-L. He'll help you with pretty much anything. And the second would most definitely have to be Buddy David. I believe it's David's Aquarium or David something. A lot of knowledge, good person. willing to help. Try and show this from the top. Probably won't come out. Alright, what you're actually looking at is trying to get as close in as possible. Alright, that's a kabamba, and it's actually purple. And when the very top opens the rest of the way, it'll be pink. But I just turned the lights on not too long ago, and it's about 20 till 10 a.m. right now. Here's a bunch of the Aponogetons. I'm going to cut them all back here in a minute, do big massive water changes, trim the kabamba, so I can get all these tanks looking right. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. It's Mr. Chainsaw, Fisher Aquatics. Hit me up on YouTube at the2106 Aquatic Universe. Mr. Chainsaw.